Anybody here like to travel? Then I invite you to come back in time with me. The year is 1950. I was born in a box. Back in those days, women weren't able to do what they do now. They were supposed to serve their husband, have children, and just exist, so to speak. But does anybody here remember their childhood? Was it good? Was it stressful? Well, I wanted to be a cowboy. But I was a girl. How can I be a cowboy? So I wanted a haircut. I got a boy's haircut, up over the ears, the whole thing. Oh boy, I'm on my way to being a cowboy. And that year, Christmas came and I got my cowboy hat. I got my studded shirt. I got my studded pants. I got my cowboy boots. I even got my two pistols and a belt form. I was in cowboy heaven. So now let's go back forward to the year 1957. And that year, I'm 7 years old. And Mom and I are outside at the clothesline. Anybody know what a clothesline is? Yeah, she's hanging up some clothes. And out in the distance, 8 miles as the crow flies, I could see a plane taking off. And I says, Mommy, when I grow up, I'm going to be a jet fighter pilot. And my face was crushed when she said, honey, girls don't do that. I said, then I want to be a boy. And you know where that would go nowadays, don't you? I didn't want to be a boy. I want to be a jet fighter pilot. So fast forward to 1968. My girlfriend and I made a pact. We're going to be go in the service, and that was going to be it, right? That little traitor, she got married, and I didn't go. Instead, I got a job in the factory, building circuit breakers, working for the man, making good money, but it was just the grind and boring and dirty, and I wanted more. But I never forgot about going in the service. It was always there. I got married, and 10 years later, I got divorced. I'm not happy. I'm still in that stupid box. But how do I get out of this box? I still hadn't forgotten about the service. It was break time, and a girl, 47 years old now, she spoke of her regret that she wanted to be in the service, but she never went, and she regrets it to this day. And that hit me hard. I said, I am not going to be that lady. I'm going to enlist. And I'm 31 years old. And I did. And it's the best thing I ever did for me. It gave me the guts to do what I want to do. It gave me the fortitude. And I'm so proud of myself that I did. And in that short 4 years that I was in, I made Sergeant E5. But I'm still in the factory. And I just decided I had to do more. I wanted to be a nurse, and I decided I'm going to go to school and be a nurse. So I signed up and went to school, and I'm working school full time. I'm going to work full time, and I'm married to my second husband, who is trying to sabotage everything I do. He wanted to see me with failure. I was determined and I was driven. And I graduated in 1995. And 2 months later, my father became my first patient. He was diagnosed with glioblastoma. And 3 months later, he died. But in that time, I was there to serve my father and give him back some pride. You see, he couldn't control his bladder. And every time he'd wet his pants, you could see him just crushed, that he had no pride in himself. He knew what he did and he couldn't stop it. So I put my education to work, and I shared with my mother that we'll put a condom catheter on him. And Mom says, he's never worn a condom in his whole life. I said, this isn't that kind of condom, Mom. So I proceeded to explain to her how, and I did it. And the first time Dad had to pee after that, you could see him. He wasn't wet. and he just looked like he got his pride back. And that touched my heart so deeply. I was so proud of that. I gave him back his pride. Have you ever encountered such personal situations in your life? Well, let's jump forward now to 2021. I'm 71 years old, and I got offered an opportunity that would change my life if I accepted it. Well, it's kind of expensive, but if I can't do something good with money, then why have money? So I said yes. And 6 months later, I show up on the stage and I'm talking away and I'm going at it and I froze. The audience is clapping. Oh my gosh, I'm so embarrassed. Can't I melt into the floor and disappear off the stage? I felt so stupid. I was so ashamed. I was so embarrassed that I had failed like I did. So I beat myself up, and then I, just 2 weeks later, kicked that evil twin out of my life, had a makeover, and changed my life. I killed that evil twin, and I went to a fundraiser, and a colleague comes up to me, and he says, "Ann, is that you? My goodness, you shaved 20 years off your life." Well, since then, I've become the host of Common Sense Living podcast. I'm a co-author of 4 anthologies. I wrote my book, Heaven Sent, Listening to Your Inner Voice, about my many personal experiences. And the rest is history in the making. I am Ann Lee Master. I am 75 and aging younger. And I intend to live to 125 or more. I am loving life, and I'm the happiest I've ever been.